ठीक होगा पानी glass, yeah. Good, people are coming. Welcome to class. Hare Krishna. So look, we're starting late, so we have very short kirtan, and maybe we just chant Sanskrit, no word for word, so that we can have little time for pravachan. Adjustment. Should be longer. This is, cannot play properly. Huh? Nahi janta? It's okay, it's okay. No more time loss. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari. सब लोग जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी गोपी जन वल्लभा गिरिवरधारी Yashodanandana Braja Jana Ranjana Yashodanandana Braja Jana Ranjana Yamuna Tira Vanachari Yamuna Tira Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Yashodanandana Braja Jana Ranjana Yashodanandana Braja Jana Ranjana Yamuna Tira Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada. Vishnupad Paramahamsa Gurugacharya Starasi Shimad, His Divine Grace, Srila A.C. Bhakti Vedanta Goswami Maharaj, Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai, Shri Guru Parampara Ki Jai. All glories to assembled devotees. Srimad Bhagavad Gita as it is, Ki Jai. Go Premananda Hari Hari Bol. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Jnana Timarandasya Ganandana Salakaya Chakshurun Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Didati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yukta Parakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavam Sha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raganatham Vitam Tam Sajivam Savetam Savadutam Prijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padam Sahagana Raganatham Vitam Cha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dina Bandhu Jagadpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapcha Kanchana Gourange Radhe Vrindavanishwari Prishabhana Sutadevi Pranamami Hari Priye Vanchakalpa Tarubhyascha Kripa Sindhu Bevacha Paditanam Pavnebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shri Vasudhi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. So, thank you all for attending Bhagavad Gita class. Today's verse is 21-22, chapter 1st of Gita, chapter entitled Observing the Armies. So we're starting late because of prasadam and all that. So we're going to go very quickly through the Sanskrit so we can have time for pravachan and questions. So Arjuna Vacha Senaya Ubayo Madhye Ratam Stapaya Mechuta Yavad Etam Nirishi Seham. Sorry, it's not. Yudhu kamam avashtitan kermaya saha yudhavyam asmin rana samudyayime. Okay, word for word, please repeat. Arjuna vacha. Arjuna said, Senayo, of the armies, Ubayo, both, Madhye, between, Ratham, the chariot, Stapaya, please keep, Me, my, Achyuta, O infallible one, Yavat, as long as, Etan, all these, Nirikshe, may look upon, Aham, I, Yudukamam, desiring to fight, Avashtitan, arrayed on the battlefield, Care, with whom? Everyone try to speak loudly, vigorously. Maya, by me. Saha, together. Yudhyavyam, have to fight. Asmin, in this. Rana, strife. Samudyame, in the attempt. So, translation, Srila Prabhupada. Arjuna said, O infallible one, please draw my chariot between the two armies so that I may see who is present here, who desires to fight, and with whom I must contend in this great trial of arms. Please repeat. Arjuna said, O infallible one, please draw my chariot between the two armies, so that I may see those present here who desire to fight, and with whom I must contend in this great trial of arms. Purport Srila Prabhupada. Although Lord Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, out of his causeless mercy, he was engaged in the service of his friend. He never fails in his affection for his devotees, and thus he never fails in his affection for his devotees, and thus he is addressed herein as infallible. As charioteer, he had to carry out the orders of Arjuna, and since he did not hesitate to do so, he is addressed as infallible. Although he had accepted the position of a charioteer for his devotee, his supreme position was not challenged. In all circumstances, he is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Rishikesh, the Lord of the total senses. The relationship between the Lord and his servitor is very sweet and transcendental. The servitor is always ready to render service to the Lord, and similarly the Lord is always seeking an opportunity to render some service to the devotee. He takes greater pleasure in his pure devotees assuming the advantageous position of ordering him than he does in being the giver of orders. Since he is master, everyone is under his orders, and no one is above him to order him. But when he finds that a pure devotee is ordering him, he obtains transcendental pleasure, although he is the infallible master in all circumstances. As a pure devotee of the Lord, Arjuna had no desire to fight with his cousins and brothers, but he was forced to come onto the battlefield by the obstinacy of Duryodhana, who was never agreeable to any peaceful negotiation. Therefore, he was very anxious to see who the leading persons present on the battlefield were. Although there was no question of a peacemaking endeavor on the battlefield, he wanted to see them again, and to see how much they were bent upon demanding an unwanted war. Mukam karochi vachalam pangam laite grip yad kripa tamaham bande Shri Guru Dinatarinam. Arjuna said, O infallible one, please draw my chariot between the two armies, so that I may see those present here who desire to fight, and with whom I must contend in this great trial of arms. Yes. So, Achyuta. Krishna is called Achyuta. Arjuna addresses Krishna as Achyuta. And it's also very important to note, this is the first time in the Bhagavad Gita that Krishna enters the picture. He's not mentioned in the earlier verses, but here he's mentioned as Achyuta. So you know what Achyuta means, right? Infallible. That means does not make mistakes, we can put it that way. Free of error. So Krishna is going to instruct Arjuna. So that's what he is going to be, the spiritual master of Arjuna. So we must take instruction from the Achyuta, the person who is above mistake. There's two ways of knowledge. One is called aroha. That means we use the senses, and then that is called pratyaksha. The senses are limited, prone to mistake, illusion, and then the person is often cheating mentality, not giving up but he gets sensual information, and then anuman. Anuman means following the mind. Anuman. It means speculation. So this is the modern world. People are examining the world, and then they're speculating, interpreting. But the other way of knowledge is called avaroha. Ava, you know the word, of course, avatar, one who descends. Krishna, avatar. So knowledge, avaroha knowledge, comes down. Instead of using the senses to analyze, and we have limited intelligence, limited sensual capacity, so we speculate, and we make error. But if we get knowledge, descending knowledge, Prabhupada gives the example, a boy may not know who his father is. Who does he go to? Does he go all around the world? Are you my father? Are you my father? No. He goes to, oh, Mummy, who is my father? Right? She is the authority, reliable authority. So this is avaroha. So the Veda is often called Veda Ma, it is mother. Vedanta Krit Veda Veda, it is compiled by Achyuta, Shaktivesh Avatar Veda Vyas. He's compiled the Veda. So we go to the Veda, knowing the Veda is perfect. It is Paka. It is written by Krishna. How do we receive it though? Mahajyena Gata Swapanta. We have to receive the Vedas from the Guru, the spiritual master, who is Mahajyena Gata Swapanta, who is following the conclusions of the previous Acharyas. Mahajana means the big authorities. So many gurus are there, we must respect everyone. But the Mahajan, they are the central figures that set the tone. So, okay, why is that necessary? Why can't we just go straight to Bhagavad Gita or the Vedas, or the Smriti, the Purana? Because that knowledge is beyond our experience. Just like the example I gave before. If I say, secret sky. What is the secret sky? I don't know. I know the blue sky. I don't know the secret sky. I say the spiritual sky. Vaikuntha. What does Vaikuntha mean? I don't know. I heard about sky, but Vaikuntha? Spiritual sky? So, we don't know, but Mahajan knows. That is the qualification of the Mahajan. And what is his, if we give concise, he knows, has vision that everything is Krishna, ham sarvasya prabhavo matak sarvam pravartate. Everything has come from Krishna, and Krishna is within everything. So the Mahajan, the Uttamadhikari, he sees everything in Krishna and Krishna in everything. This is basic understanding. So he is realized on what this spiritual platform is. He is realized in the spiritual sky. So we don't have to go to him. We don't have to speculate. Oh, Vaikuntha means there's no tension. No, the Guru knows he's realized. So we must go to the Mahajan and those that follow in the line of the Mahajan. And we must do bhajan under their direction. And that way, Krishna within the heart reveals everything. Just like Prabhupada said in the purport there, he said, Krishna is always anxious that he should perform some service to his devotee. Why? Because Krishna is all attractive, beautiful, but how does he attract? But he is attracted to what? His devotee. He's attracted by love. Right? Now, what are we attracted by? We have a little baby, a young child, and the child naturally loves the mother and father. We're attracted by the child. Why? Because of the love. So love is super attractive. Love and appreciation. We want to be with those who love us and those that we love. So we are samples of Krishna. So by understanding this nature, this aspect of our nature, we can understand the Supreme Lord. Krishna is attracted by love. But those that are inimical, that speak badly to us or rough with us, bad-mannered, we think, okay, you go your way, I'll go mine. So Krishna, he is not attracted to the association of Asura. Mahajena Katasva Panta. He is at Vinashaya Tuduskritam, Padritranaya Sadhunam. He wants to protect his devotee out of loving emotion. Just like we have children, we want to protect the child. Mummy and daddy, to look after the child. This is our priority. So those that love us and we love, we want to protect. So we have to realize Krishna in this way. And, as I always, my little realization is, that the whole center, the whole success of every yoga practice is simply one thing: realize Krishna. Janma kama tame divyam evam yovati tatpataha. If you realize the transcendental nature of Krishna's activities and his birth, then you'll go to the spiritual world. Everything, all our yoga practice is around that one principle. Let me realize Krishna. Shravanam. That is our qualification, and Prabhupada said that in the purport. If we realize Krishna, then we realize our relationship with Krishna. People are anxious, devotees of course. I want to know, what is my relationship? Realize Krishna, and then naturally you will realize your relationship. If you don't know Krishna, how will you know what your spiritual relationship with Krishna is? That is a deviancy. I'll meditate upon myself, and I'll realize myself, and then I'll realize Krishna. No. Realize Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. That is Krishna. The Bhagavatam, the Bhagavad Gita, this is Krishna in Shabda Brahman. And it is realized, as we, a few weeks back, we are explaining how to realize Krishna. Seva Bhav. Bhaktyamam Abhijanati. So, when we give Bhagavad Gita, we do it in Seva Bhav. When we hear Bhagavad Gita, we do it in Seva Bhav. One who studies Bhagavad Gita worships me, performs bhajan by his intelligence. The connection to Krishna is in this loving attitude. The loving attitude of mummy and daddy means seva. I will protect my children. I will feed my children. I will educate my children. Why? Because they love me, it stimulates my love, and this. So this is how we realize the absolute truth. Remember, give this sloka. Savai pamsam paro dharmo yato bhaktir idhoksaya. The highest occupation, the highest dharma is that by which the Supreme Lord is served. And he is Adhokshaja, like I say. He's from the Vaikuntha sky. He's on that Vaikuntha plane. He's everywhere, but he's revealed on the Vaikuntha plane. And he reveals himself to those that have seva bhav, with rati, with affection, with bhava. Now the jnani may go to Gita and sing, I'm very intelligent, I'll figure it all out. No, the devotee goes, this is my beautiful, my kind Lord, let me offer him some water. Patram pushpam phalam to. Let me give him something. But what is the ingredient that makes that attractive? Bhava, Krishna, rati, love. Huh? So this is how we realize Krishna. Bhaktyamam abhijanati. So we go to the scripture, but we go with this bhava, this attachment. Krishna, you are the Supreme. And we go with the understanding he is Achyuta. He is infallible Lord. We may go to so many people in this world, and we should, and give them service and kindness. But the devotee knows that that Supreme Lord is Achyuta. He never errs, he never fails, as Prabhupada, remember in the purport, he never fails in protecting and kinding and guiding his devotee. Even if that devotee has a problem, just like the child falls on the floor, the child makes a mess in the kitchen, the mother doesn't concern. Oh, I'll help the child. He's only a baby, I'll help them. So with this understanding, we can surrender to Krishna. We can surrender in that way. Knowing Suridam Sarvabhutanam. Krishna, Prabhupada explained, he is Ishvara Parama. He is Supreme Controller, right? Lord Brahma. He is Ishvara Parama Krishna. Satchidananda Vigraha. Ishvara Parama. But Anadir Adir Govinda. Sarva Karana Karanam. So this is very magnificent first verse. And that is there. Bhuktaram Yogya Tapasam Savaloka Maheshwaram. Krishna is Bhuktaram Yogya Tapasam. He's the aim of all yagya. He is Suridam, Savaloka Maheshwaram. He is the Supreme Controller. But he is Suridam Sarvabhutanam. He's the best friend of everyone actually, but particularly his devotees. So yes, Aishwarya, he is the all-powerful Lord, but his heart is melted by the love. Of course, his heart is never a stone, but what I mean to say, his heart goes to everyone, but particularly he's captured by the devotees. So this is very important. So he becomes who? This Achyuta. He becomes servant of Arjuna. Right? Go here. Go left. Reverse. Arjuna wasn't saying to Krishna on the battlefield, excuse me, Achyuta, could you turn left? You don't do that in a battle. You left. Oh, sorry, left. So he was giving directions just like a servant. And Prabhupada says, oh, Krishna enjoys that. Just like if we have a beloved friend, a beloved wife, and she says, oh, I've got a headache, you cook dinner. Of course, it might happen many times. But, okay, darling, you rest. I'll cook the dinner. So we like to become engaged by those who love us and those that we love in return. We like that. So we have these feelings. If we're in Sattva-gun, or if we're in pure consciousness. So all these indications give us this direction into realizing Krishna. He is attracted, controlled, and loved, and the devotees attract and love him. Why? Because of ecstasy. Now we're studying in terms of words and philosophy and making cogent arguments. But as we've said many times before, on the spiritual platform in that secret sky, the relationship is ecstasy. It is, through intelligence, through understanding, this is called Buddhi Yogam, right? Krishna says in the Gita, to those that are constantly devoted, the sadhakas, what is that? Tesham satata yuktanam bhajadam pritipurvakam. They worship me with this understanding. Didami buddhi yogam tam yenamam upayantite. Buddhi yoga. So sadhana bhakti is before prem bhakti or bhav bhakti. It is often called, you will see in the Sanskrit, called buddhi yoga. So we use our buddhi to understand the Guru, the Mahajan, the Sadhus, what they are saying by submissive oral reception to the Achyuta. What does that mean? Submissive oral reception does not mean yes, yes, no, no. Submissive oral reception doesn't mean you put your intelligence on one side and you just become a yes man, like a trained horse or a donkey. You use your intelligence to understand, to discriminate, and that is your sadhana, that is your bhajan. Just like you very learned devotees, you're coming here, you're trying to understand the message of Bhagavad Gita. You're using intelligence. So submissive oral reception, the process of achieving achyuta means that. What does Gurudev mean? What is the point he's trying to portray in his language? Not, I don't like that, I don't like that idea. No, I don't think you're right. You say I'm not the body, I'm a spirit soul. How can I be a spirit soul? I was in school and nobody said I was a spirit soul. That is not Buddhi Yoga. Buddhi Yoga means that this is surrender. Oh, Guru, you're saying this, and so now, let me contemplate your words. Let me consider. Let me talk to sadhu sangha. Let me understand from the sadhu, what is the point? That is bhajan. It's very wonderful to clean everything. Yes, wonderful. But this bhajan, this realization through Buddhi Yoga of the Tattva Gyan is very important. And then Krishna, oh, you're trying to understand me? Within the heart, Didami Buddhi Yogam Tam, Yenamam Upayantite. I will reveal myself. Krishna is revealed. He likes to reveal. But he wants to see, is this my devotee? So we have to do our bhajan as in that way, as yajna. This is my offering to you. My offering to you, Krishna, is chastity to the sadhana, the tapasya coming in, and the knowledge coming in disciplic succession. Then we realize achyuta. So, yesterday, I actually had time to study. So, let us look more into this achyuta, right? So I remembered two important places in the Gita, it's all important, where achyuta is mentioned. Listen to this verse, 8:21. That supreme abode is called unmanifested and infallible. Yes, but now the Sanskrit is akshara, infallible. So, but same meaning. That supreme abode is called unmanifested, infallible. It's the secret sky. and it is the supreme destination. Oops. One who goes there never comes back. Sometimes people say, oh, I fell from Goloka. One who attains that place never comes to this material world. That is my supreme abode. So that place is infallible. And all people residing there, all spirit souls, they are also infallible. What's the pramana for that, you ask? So, we all know this verse. Sarvasya chaham hridhi sanivishto, right? Mataksmriti ganam. I am seated in everyone's heart, and from me comes remembrance, knowledge, forgetfulness. By all the Vedas I am to be known. Indeed, I am compiler of the Vedanta, and I am the knower of the Vedas. But then the next sloka, what does it say? There are two classes of beings. Dvo imo purusho loke, shara akshara evacha, shara sarvani bhutani kashtasto shara uchite. So it's that same word, shara, very similar meaning to achyuta. There are two classes of beings, fallible and infallible. In the material world, every entity is fallible. And in the spiritual world, every being, entity, is called infallible. So in the material world, without attachment to Krishna, we become fallible. Why? Like I said at the beginning of the class, because we use our senses and our mind, we use prasyaksha to try and understand what everything is. And then anuman, we speculate, we interpret, what does it mean? So we come to fallible conclusions. So we see the scientists, they are examining the material world, and then they come to a conclusion. We think it's this. We think there's dark matter. We think there's quantum mechanics, quantum this, quantum, and then they publish it in the scientific journal. And then next month, reject that idea, and we print a new idea. So the scientific books, the journals, they are changing, they are finding new information and new interpretation, and then they dispel the previous information. Oh, that is faulty because the new idea is an improvement. So they say. But then they reject that one, and so it goes on, right? String theory, quantum, whatever. And they present this as if I am the infallible authority. But then they go and they change. So they say this is progress of knowledge. But how can progress of knowledge be progress from one rejected idea to another idea that will soon be rejected? Fallible knowledge to another form of fallible knowledge, another form of fallible knowledge. Is that progress of knowledge, or is it progress from one mistaken idea to another? Which is accuracy? You may, because you want your scientific grant and you want to keep your big salary, you may present it as Akshara. I am a big scientist. I have so many PhDs, I've lost count. Is it one or two? Anyway, I'm infallible. No, it is progress from one mistaken idea to the next. But it is fair to say that this aroha, ascending system of knowledge, it is a system of knowledge. But we must realize it cannot go to adhokshaja. It cannot go to places that is beyond our sensual perception. Therefore, Rupa Goswami, what does he say? Atak Shri Krishna Namadi na bhaved grayam indrayai. The absolute truth is not revealed by the senses. But sevan mukhi jivado, by doing bhakti, like I say, loving bhakti, oh Krishna, this apple is for you. By loving bhakti, swayam eva spuryadam, spurti. Spurti means spontaneous revelation, in this context, within the heart. Krishna reveals himself. Why? Because he's attracted by the tapasya, the bhajan of his devotee. Of all his devotees. That's what attracts us. Just like we explained earlier, we are attracted by a loving attitude. We meet somebody and they are very kind, friendly, well-mannered, and we think, oh, this is a good person. Let me reciprocate. So we have that because we are samples of Krishna. So we should practice that particularly with devotees. What is that verse? Bhaja Shuddha Bhakata Charana Renu. Right? By service to devotees, like one very kind devotee, we were waiting for class, he came. He gave me some lemon juice. So, very nice. If we serve the devotees, if we respect the devotees, if we're kind, if we give a sweet word, we consider, not in a hollow-hearted, diplomatic way, but if we try to act in a kind and appreciative way from the heart, that is worship of Krishna. In the Uddhava Gita, chapter 29, 11th canto, Krishna sums up his Paramahamsa instructions to Uddhava. He says, go to Bhadrikashram and there you pay obeisances to the hog, dog, Kamalanas, even Dandavats, knowing that I am within their heart. What to speak of when you see a devotee who is trying to realize Krishna, we should always look good side. He's trying to be devotee. And then Krishna says, the best way to realize me is in the heart of all living entities. Now just consider that. Yes, we are meditating Astakala Leela, Krishna is now doing this, Krishna is now in the meadows with the cowherd boys, he's doing this. Yes, very good. But Krishna in the Uddhava Gita giving instructions how to go from sadhana bhakti to bhava bhakti is by realizing Krishna is in the heart of all living beings. And Krishna explains there, you check it out, I am non-different. Krishna is in our heart in two ways. Right? He is in our heart as Angsa. Mama Angsa Jiva Loke. Every spirit soul is the Angsa of Krishna. So they are individuals, but they are also part of Krishna. Every living entity is part of Krishna. So if I realize the living entity within, through bhakti, through kindness, I'm realizing Krishna. But Krishna is also in the heart of a living entity as Paramatma. Actually, just for a matter of information, in the Hare Bhakti Vilas explains that the initiated devotee who's properly initiated and doing pure bhajan, Krishna is not in the heart as Paramatma. He is in the heart as, who knows? Sham Sundar. Yes, because real initiation means start. It means you are starting. The Guru, Mahajainaka, has now put you into the transcendental platform. So in the transcendental platform, Paramatma is here. In the transcendental platform, Shyam Sundar is there. So the properly initiated devotee by Mahajan, sincere devotee, he has Shyam Sundar. He doesn't meditate on Paramatma in the heart. He meditates on Shyam Sundar. And who is the companion of Shyam Sundar? Srimati Radharani and all the devotees. So that is this is Hari Bhakti Vilas, Sanat Goswami. It is the spiritual master opens the door and he puts you. And what is the pramana for that? Mahajena Katasva, no. Muktir, no. What is that in Rishabdev's teaching? Mahat Sevam Dvoram Aho Vimuktes. Serving the Mahatma, the Aho Vimuktes, is entrance to the spiritual world. The spiritual master is opening, like Jai and Vijay. He is opening the door for his disciples. Come inside, do your bhajan properly, and realize where you are now. So of course, you are all great devotee, you're doing Adhik Mas, doing Vrat, realizing Krishna in this way. But remember, Seva Bhav, Bhaktya, is how we realize Krishna. And that means to realize Krishna within the heart of everyone, or else we remain Kinishtadikari. Oh, Krishna's there, but everyone else is a nonsense in the Maya Shakti. No. This is not Bhakti Bhav. This is not Madhyamadikari. Everyone has Krishna in the heart. Everyone is part and parcel of Krishna. Man, woman, old, young, it doesn't matter. So I offer my respects. Amanina, maninena. Right? We give respect to everyone and we don't want it ourselves. We're not anxious. We give respect. On what basis? Because Krishna is in the heart of all living entities. And then we become infallible. There are two beings in this world, the fallible and infallible. So we become infallible by having this shelter of Bhakti Bhav to Krishna's devotees, to Guru Parampara, to every living entity. We become infallible in view of seeing them in connection to Krishna. And Swayameva Spuryada, it's revealed. Krishna will reveal that. Because actually, though we perform Tapasya and Harinam, it is not mechanical. It is a way of attracting the all-attractive, the achyuta. You see my point? We cannot force our way into the spiritual world by tapasya, by chanting, by studying the Vedas. That is a mistake. But by bhakti bhav. And that we must learn through respecting devotees, respecting the Shastra, respecting them in relationship to achyuta. And then we should realize, I will be successful. There is no doubt. I will be successful because Krishna is achyuta. And as Prabhupada said in this sloka, he never fails. He's not just serving Arjuna and the Paramahamsa, he's serving everyone. But his devotee is especially attracted. It doesn't matter if he's just learning the Maha Mantra. Oh, it's the first time. Krishna thinks, he's chanting Hare Krishna mantra. He doesn't think, he hasn't performed tapasya, he's only chanted one mantra. No, Krishna thinks, there's a Upanishad verse that within the heart is like a tree, and there are two birds in the tree. One bird is trying to enjoy the fruit of the tree, the conditioned soul is trying to enjoy the body. But another spirit soul, but he's waiting to the other bird is waiting for that other bird to turn to him. So we have Krishna in the heart. We turn to Krishna with a little bhakti bhav and respect for devotees, but respect for all living entities, respect for all the creation, seeing how wonderful is Krishna. And Krishna thinks, Swayameva Spuriyada, I'm attracted by this loving devotion, just like we are attracted to all living entities that give us love and affection. So Krishna we have that propensity because we are made of the substance of Krishna. Aham sarvasya prabhavo, matak sarvam prabhatite. So then we become achyuta because we contact Krishna. We have the shelter of Krishna. Krishna, remember, there are two beings. In the material world, everyone's fallible. They're under mental speculation, under karmic agitation. But the devotee is infallible. Why? Because he knows within my heart, within the heart of all living entities, is the Supreme Lord. And He is the object of my bhajan. He is the object of my devotion. And I offer that to everyone. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Now I was told we have to finish 4:30, 5:30. Yeah? So there's no other people here. We'll just have 5 minutes for questions. Is that okay? Yes, thank you. Okay, any quick question? Okay, I think we're on a schedule, so we should finish. So any quick question? Excuse me? Speak a little louder.
Many devotees are complaining that they are changing the words of Prabhupada. What is your opinion?
Changing the words of Prabhupada. You mean editing? Prabhupada gave directions. To be frank, do not change my books. I won't go any further than that. That's what Prabhupada said. We should take the order of the spiritual master as our life and soul. Now that's what Prabhupada said. I'm not going to get it. It's a complex subject, but we all know. But those sensitive topics have to be discussed in the proper situation. But we all know. There is Asha Prayog, it's called in Sanskrit, that we should not change the word. Like we don't change the words of Shakespeare, right? We don't change the say of Charles Dickens. Nobody wants to read Shakespeare in edited format with modern language. So anyway, I don't want to get into it because people have ideas. But yeyatam mam prapadyante tam saiva bhajamyaham. We perform bhajan under the direction of the Mahajan, the Acharya. So any other question or topic? Yes. Speak loudly. No, you see, I can hear from there, but no, just speak. What? If God is always present, then why is this world in such a condition? Because we're not following what God is saying. We're not following. Yes, God is present. The police are present, but we're not driving on the right side of the road. So why are we getting in an accident? Is it the fault of the police? It's our fault. Surrender means surrender to the Mahajan. Shastra, Veda Pramana, Acharya, qualified Guru. We should follow. And we have free will. The doctor, healthy food is available. Why are so many people sick? Because they don't eat healthy food. We have free will. You see? So Krishna gives us free will. He doesn't take that away. He's given us free will. We are a sample of Krishna. And so we must act in that way. We must surrender, and we learn that from qualified guru, from acharyas, mahajan, and shastra. This is a psychological problem, actually. There's two types of people. They make mistakes. One says, oh, I made a mistake. Then some people, I'm sure we all, it's not my fault. He made me do it. Right? You go to the police, say, why did you beat your wife? Oh, she made me do it. No, it doesn't work that way. We have to take responsibility. That is a man, right? I remember as a child, my father said, it's your fault. Don't you realize that? You fell off your bike. It's nobody's fault. It's your fault. Drive your bicycle more carefully, right? We have to take responsibility. You understand? Then we know, then you're becoming a man. But pointing the finger and whining, and this is the ultimate whining. Why is there trouble in the world if God is everywhere? That means I'm accusing God, right? Isn't it? In a subtle way, I'm saying, God's present, why is he letting it all happen? Why? I'll tell you why. This is another aspect of Krishna's, 1 minute, his personality. Krishna is unlimited in all his qualities, correct? Now Krishna has humility. His humility is unlimited. You know the story about Bhrigu Muni going and kicking Vishnu? He is unlimited in his humility. So if a living entity to whom he has given free will wants to be a bank robber, Krishna may in the heart give, don't do that, it's not good. But he will not interfere with the free will because Krishna has unlimited humility. Do you understand? He's becoming the charioteer of Arjuna. Krishna has not made a creation so that he can sit on a big seat like Ravana, bow before me. No. Krishna's humility. I gave free will. I have to wait till that person decides of himself to come to me. You understand? So Krishna does not interfere with the free will because of his humility. You understand? That is his perfection. So we should not think that Krishna's control is similar to how the demons in this world control. You understand? They capture the seat of power and then they want to maintain it, and they are arrogant and suppressive, tyrannous, Ravana. They all die off. Krishna is so he doesn't want to interfere with your free will, having given. Why? Because of humility. But he guarantees your eternality. And he sends Mahajan, he sends Acharya. In the heart he's giving conscience, but he's not saying. But his devotee, sometimes he will interfere. But that is his reciprocation. So look, we have to finish. So thank you all very much. Come next Friday. Adhik Mas continues. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna.